Okay, so I crossed from Belize into Guatemala 2 days ago. It was a very easy process. There was no line, no problems with myrtle. And it seems to be a thing where countries charge you to leave. And Mexico charged me $25 and Belize charged me $20. There were no fees to get into Guatemala. And once I crossed into the country, I needed transportation to my destination because it was too far and too hot to ride. And it was super easy. It was like I crossed the border, asked where the bus station was, and as soon as I rode in, there were people there to help me. And Myrtle got loaded on top of a van. And this van was under like a roof, like an awning kind of thing. And there was a bunch of people watching, and there was a crossbar, and we were all checking to make sure that the trike would clear the crossbar. We were all looking at the seats, and I have this standing aid. Well, I had a standing aid because it hit the crossbar and broke. The piece of metal where it attaches to the boom just snapped and put kind of a nice gash in the paint too. I enjoyed having the standing aid. I wasn't really using it. My idea was to use it for a camera attachment, but it never worked out for that. So I guess I've lightened my load a little bit. The ride to El Remate was totally uneventful. Dropped me off maybe a mile from my hotel, Casa de Don David, which is right on Lake Petén. Beautiful place. And the reason why I wanted to go there was to explore the ruins of Tikal. And so the next day, got up super early and went on a sunrise tour with 2 other people from the hotel, a younger Dutch woman named Charlie and an American man, maybe he was in his 50s, named Dennis. And it was a little bit awkward. The American man was a big gun guy, I guess. And he started this conversation, and I was talking about assault weapons, and I said, I just don't see why we need them. And he could not, he just kept insisting that getting rid of assault weapons was abolishing the Second Amendment. And so, I mean, I wasn't upset about it. I was just kind of having a conversation, and boy, was he upset. So it was a little bit awkward. And we went to the top of the ruin, watched the sunset. It was kind of cloudy, so we didn't really see, sunrise. We didn't see the sunrise, it was too cloudy. But we heard like howler monkeys, and we heard jaguars. And then when the sun came up, we saw the spider monkeys, and there were tarantulas and all kinds of birds, toucans and parrots and macaws, and this bird called a cojolita, tapirs and turtles, and it's just really, really beautiful. And the site, of course, is huge. And at some point, Charlie and I got separated from this American man, Dennis, and we never saw him again. We had made arrangements with the driver to meet back at his van at, between 10 and 10:30. We got there about 10 after 10, and Dennis wasn't there. And we waited until almost 11:30, and he never showed up. And we got back to the hotel, and the owner is also an American man, and he said, sometimes people get separated and they get lost, but they always make it back to the hotel. He'll probably be back here in the afternoon. He wasn't too worried about it. But he never did. He never showed up. And Charlie had met him. She was hitchhiking from Belize, so she knows his car is there at the Belize border, and she's going back today. So she's gonna see if his car is still there, and she's gonna send me an email to let me know. I have a feeling that his car will not be there. But that was kind of a weird thing to not let us know that he was leaving. But we'll see. I'll give an update on this strange situation with this American man at the Tikal ruins. And then today I left, pretty early, had a nice breakfast, said goodbye to Charlie, and I am on my way to Flores, which is on the other side of Lake Patan. It's a beautiful lake, a large lake, and this is a much larger city. There's actually an international airport here. And my idea is to get transportation from here into Mexico. For the next week, it's just going to be ridiculously hot. Too hot for cycling. 100 degrees, 90% humidity. No thank you. And so I would like to get transportation to Palenque. There's the Mayan ruins of Palenque. And it's supposed to be much cooler, much more reasonable at Palenque. So it may be kind of a long trip, but I think it'll be pretty easy. In fact, somebody said I might even be able to get a boat to the border. So we will see what Flores has to offer. And it is very hot. Got some cloud cover, which is really helping, and there's a nice breeze. It's still pretty early, and it's not too far to Flores. There's some kind of a military base here. Okay, Myrtle, let's go to Flores.